Welcome to Daily Art Day number 2845. It's a Monday, a new week, and a new Phantom Fitness drawing. I just finished Doctor Who by David Tennant. About to add him on the wall here. Actually, I have another wall in our living room where I'm going to be adding him. And so I'm in between drawings right now. So this morning I got some extended gesture work done. This turned out okay. But I love these extended gestures. This is from Nicoletti, The Natural Way to Draw. This is a wonderful exercise because you're going into gesture first and then measurement, gesture, measurement, which is repeated years and years later in a book recently came out by Steve Houston called Figure Drawing for Artists. So that's pretty wonderful. Got my warm-up done and everything. But the rest of the day was actually research on my next Phantom Fitness project, which is going to be Disney princesses. So Disney is a fandom, a huge fandom, and we picked Disney princesses. And out of those princesses, we picked, can you guess? Pocahontas. So the original Pocahontas, and these images are from online. I basically just search online for, Pocahontas and everything. And originally, it's from the movie Pocahontas. So here's the movie Pocahontas from Disney. That's pretty awesome. But there's also a live action movie about Pocahontas also called The New World. And I rented the movie this morning, got some stills from it, and this is the one, at least her face, that I'm going to pick for the drawing. And so basically what I want to talk about is, the planning that I go into for these type of drawings. I don't want to do something where it's just, I draw this drawing exactly the way it is. It's not about just depicting the person. It's more about, like with Captain Jack Sparrow here, I wanted to try and get part of this character into the drawing. This is kind of a crazy, wacky, weird drawing. I mean, it's all over the place. It's supposed to be crazy. I keep going back to Spock here, and I drew him very technically, straight lines, everything about mathematical and logistical, measured like crazy, that's who Spock is, this kind of thing. And then we have one of my favorites. This is Storm from the X-Men, but I didn't like Halle Berry's Storm because Halle Berry is not from Kenya, so I picked a woman that was from Kenya, and I gave her nappy hair. So I'm thinking about the racial aspects, the social aspects of these characters, these huge fandoms that people love and everything, and especially for something like Pocahontas, which is pretty amazing. She was a real individual back in the 1600s. She was young. This was when the new settlers were ravaging or beginning to ravage the new world, basically, and take over the Americas at the time, and put Native Americans in slavery. Longer story there, but not our best time in America, basically. So I'm addressing some of those concerns. So, or at least trying to. So her face here, the one that I'm choosing, the picture that I'm going to go from, and just work, mainly in her face here. The picture shows a seriousness. It shows something more than just this kind of cutesy Disney princess, Disneyized kind of cartoon of something. It's going to address a bit more than that. And I love this actress. I cannot pronounce her name at all. There's her name, Kurianka Kilsher. She wasn't born in America, but her mother and father are Native American descent, basically. And also, if you look at her profile on Wikipedia, you can see that she's an activist. For environmental aspects, human right aspects, I mean, this is perfect. You know, this kind of idea, you know, taking these drawings further than just the surface, you know, going into the subject matter, getting deep into saying something rather than just drawing. You know, this is the purpose of this. Whether I communicate that well, you know, all those complex things that are going on, I'm going to try. But that's the most important part, is we're trying, you know, that we don't just go through the motions every day and just draw, you know, draw this cup, draw that cup, do your still lifes and not think about anything and just try to make money off of it. No, it's more important than that. If you really want to be, or try to be, or have a chance to be a great artist that affects history, you have to think about more than just the surface. It has to be, you know, it has to come from the heart. It has to have some kind of emotion, some kind of social aspect to it. You have to serve the public in some way. Have a message beyond just, oh, look at my wonderful drawing. And you know what? If you're just doing beautiful drawings, that's awesome too. You know, I'm not saying that you have to do this, but in my opinion, my idiosyncratic opinion here, if you want to be more than that, you have to do more than that. And honestly, you know, if you look at a lot of my drawings, like Gandalf, it's nothing but Gandalf, you know? I wasn't thinking about, you know, Gandalf the character, Wise Wizard, or Samwise Gamgee in that way, or my two drawings of Wonder Woman, which I didn't do too well. The two drawings of Xena I didn't do too well. I wasn't thinking beyond the surface. I was just trying to get a really good drawing done. But then something happened at one point, and I said, well, I know what happened actually. What happened was I read this book. I read The Art Spirit by Robert Henry. And he showed me that there's more than just the surface. More than just, you know, drawing what you see. You know, that's part of it. But it's just more than that. And so if you are feeling that, if you're motivated by, you know, this kind of idea from The Art Spirit by Robert Henry, then I would also suggest that you delve deep into this book, Nicoletti: A Natural Way to Draw. It's basically the practice manual, the exercise manual for the art spirit. If you look at the lineage before Nicoletti's, you got Nicoletti's, and then before him, his teacher, John Sloan, and then John Sloan was the friend and student, I guess, of Robert Henry. So he's only, you know, two removed from Robert Henry. Same ideas. I mean, you could in these books, everything that Robert Henry says here, Nicoletti's will have an exercise for. And actually, I would say Nicoletti's goes far beyond possibilities that Robert Henry would even think of. You know, wonderful exercises for helping us get into touch with our emotions and with the greater subject matter within our artwork. Yep, sorry, I know that was long, but, you know, this is a research day. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about what I can do, whose minds I can change, how I can affect the world. And you know what? I'm going to keep creating every single day. See you next video.